I was a fool to let you in, knowing you would play with my heart, knowing you would play with my heart. You left me broken hearted.
Certified Jack.
What up YouTube, Mike here from Foundation BMX in the UK, and today we are rolling out a new feature for our YouTube channel called the Pengest Parts. Now, basically the idea of this feature is to give you guys an idea of some of the items that we have at the shop, some of the items from the brands that we deal with, and give you a bit more inside knowledge into what those things are. Today we're going to be looking at Stranger. Stranger's a brand that we've done pretty much since they came to the UK, and being as this video is going onto YouTube, Adam LZ being the biggest YouTube star there is in BMX, we figured we'd do Stranger because we have some of his signature parts in the store, and that's a great way to start. So basically, without further ado, here are the Stranger LZ frames. Now, the Stranger LZ frames come in pearl red and pearl green. The green one we have here is a 20.5 and the pearl red one here is a 21. Now, the LZ frame features a couple of really nice things. Firstly, I really like the head tube badge, which if you look at these here, really cool head tube badges. And it's got some other cool little features, like on the back end here you can see it's got like an LZ thing in the seat stay bridge, which is pretty cool. These frames retail for $279.99. We've got 3 of them in stock right now, and 2 of those are green, 1 of them's a red, the red one's a 21, and the pearl green we've got in 21 and 20.5. So, bit of the geometry on the frames, other than the top tubes which you've already heard. The back end is a 12.8 and the head tube angle is 75.5. So pretty much exactly what any street rider of 2017 would be looking for. The shorter back end, and obviously that slightly steeper head angle just makes picking up the front end that little bit easier. So yeah, those are the Stranger LZ frames. Next to those, you'll see we've got the bars. So now the Stranger LZ bars come in 3 rises, 875, 9.2 and 975, all of which feature a 28.75 width. The bar's recommended retail price is $64.99, and basically I think that's a really good price for a set of bars these days. They're matte ED black, so they're a really popular colour as well. So yeah, that's the Stranger bars. The only ones we have in right now are the 9.2s, and we should be having some more of those coming in on our spring delivery, which is due at the end of April. We've got the LZ seats, as you can see right here. So fat seats, both in pivotal, black, 3-piece design, which again is most common these days. And they've got like coloured stitching, which again I think is really cool. And obviously they've got the logos on the back. They've also got this pretty cool like LZ stitch thing on the side, which again is pretty cool. So that is the Stranger LZ pivotal seat. The Stranger level cranks is another item that we offer, which basically is a price point crank. Its recommended retail price is $74.99, but it comes with a Primo BB. Now these cranks are available in 175mm arms and a shorter 165mm arms. The interesting thing about that is we found a lot more riders these days going for the shorter arms, and consequently there's not that many price point options when it comes to the shorter cranks. So this is one which we'd recommend, and it also comes with a BB, which is kind of unique in the sense that most cranks these days do not. So have a quick look at those. Now, to be fair, they do work on just a regular 8-spline design, which most complete bikes come with. But like I say, you know, if you're after a shorter set of cranks, you don't really want to spend the world, I'd probably say the level cranks are the best bet for you. Like I say, it even says on the box just there, comes with a Primo mid BB in 19mm, because that's what they feature, a 19mm 8-spline axle, which again, very basic, simple cranks, but if you're after a set of price point cranks, I'd look no further. What else have we got? So we've got sprockets, stems, and pegs. Now, the sprocket from Stranger is available in a regular sprocket and a guard sprocket. So the idea with the guard sprocket is obviously it can protect your chain. The regular sprocket, it comes in 3-4 colours, black, oil slick, the tie-dye and polished. So here's a quick look at those just here. As you can see, the tie-dye one at the back there, that's got the guard on it. And then the regular Stranger Gram in the black, the oil slick, and the tie-dye. That tie-dye colourway been very popular, very limited run of parts, so I'm not sure if they're going to be coming back in April, but we have got a very small selection of the sprockets, the hubs and the stems as well. So we're going to take a look at those just now. Now, the Stranger Haze stem is their most popular. It's the top loading stem, naturally. Top load has become far more popular these days. The idea of that being that your bars actually mount onto the top. That's what it means when you go on a website and it says top load or TL. It means the bars actually load on the top and then the plate goes on top. It gives you a higher feel on your bars, so obviously it lifts your bars up a little bit, and again, that is popular today with modern street riding and park riding alike, just to get that bit of a higher feel. So here's the stems just here. Now the Haze stem comes in a 50mm reach, and that's pretty much bang on the money these days. Some stems are 52, 53, longer ones, some stems shorter, 48, but I think 50 is about on the money, to be honest with you. So I think if you're going to go for a stem, something that's going to be middle ground, not too long, not too short, ideal length. Basically, we've got here some of the Stranger pegs. Now, the Stranger PC pegs are a 4.5 length in black only. They're 14mm centre diameter, so basically they fit 14mm axles, and they come with an adapter so that you can put them onto the front, or 10mm axles, female axles, whatever. They also come with a spare sleeve. There's some pegs that are doing that now, some pegs don't. The fact that you get a spare sleeve with it, I guess you can consider a bonus, because once you've worn your initial sleeve down, you've got a spare one that you can then whip on, and that doesn't ruin the session. But at the end of the day, normally you pay a little bit extra for it. In the instance of Stranger, probably not so much, but either way, they're 4.5 plastic pegs, very popular, and as you can see, they come with the spare sleeve. So yeah, pretty popular peg. Hubs. Now, hubs is an interesting one. Bit of industry knowledge for you. I'm not whether you're aware of this. Some of you will be, some of you won't. Primo and Stranger actually come from the same place in the US, and basically as a consequence, they've got a few products which they swapped between the two brands late last year, early last year, and one of those items is the Ballast cassette hub. Now, the Ballast cassette hub from Stranger, really nice hub. We've got a black one just here. Comes with the guards, and you've also got the oil slick one behind it. Now, those Ballast cassette hubs come with the hub guards, and naturally the fact that they come with Primo hub guards should tell you the story, like I've just highlighted, that the brands do share things between them. Now, basically the cassette hub is very much the same internally as what was the Primo Remix hub. The Primo Remix hub, very popular hub for us over the years we've been here, and now that Stranger have sort of taken over the design for the Ballast, you know that if you are looking for a cassette hub, the Remix was always renowned for being really durable. So the Ballast is one of the best places to look, and it's a really good price point hub at $119.99 in black. Comes in left-hand drive and right-hand drive. Obviously that is independent because of the system that it uses, so you'll have to buy a right-hand drive or a left-hand drive depending on what you need. But again, it got a lot of options. It comes with hub guards, and I think a really great price. Just at the back here, we've got one of the tie-dye Ballast free coaster hubs. Really cool. When we got this in, we've taken them apart, and they're very much, the same as a lot of KHE based free coasters, but the driver design seems good, and at the end of the day, most free coasters on the market use this design right now, so you can hardly say that it's not proven. But the fact that it comes with hub guards is another bonus. Again, most hubs these days are going down that route, because if you want to run pegs, you want to get a new hub, you don't really want to be adding £30-40 onto the purchase price. So I can understand why they've gone down this route, and again, the fact that they're partnered up with Primo means they can use the Primo guards, which is a massive bonus as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, male axle on this coaster, and like I say, Comes with hub guards, again right hand drive or left hand side drive specific, and we do have, like I say, the tie-dye version of that left. Now again, having just had a discussion about Primo and Stranger, you'll know that the Stranger Ballast front hub does look awfully familiar, and that is because essentially it is very similar to the Primo N4 flangeless. However, it isn't a flangeless design, but if you look at the hub, you've only got to look at how the hub guards sit, the way that the axle works. It's a very, very similar design. The fact that it isn't flangeless doesn't really faze me. It's a very durable little hub, and the fact that it isn't flangeless makes it a little bit cheaper. So, it comes in slightly less than the Primo hub. So, like I say, again, plastic removable guards. It's got alloy cones where the hub guards can sit. For me, really well thought out design, and the recommended retail price on those is $54.99, and that is for the black. Consequently, if you are a baller and you do want to get on that Orslick hype, it is here. And we also have got a tie-dye one as well. They are a little bit more of a premium price. Can't think of what it is off the top of my head, but basically, expect a premium for those premium finishes. Last of all, we've got some of the Stranger Crux rims here. The Stranger Crux rims become a massively popular rim for us. They are a price point rim, and they have a pinned construction. And just to give you a bit of background on that, a pinned construction basically means that when they're manufactured, where the rims join, they're not welded like more expensive higher end rims. They are just pinned together, and that pinned fusion does work out pretty strong. At the end of the day, we've sold loads of pin rims over the years, and if you think of companies like Alienation, any budget rim basically, they pretty much all feature a pin construction. So there's very rarely we find any of them failing. Odyssey Quadrant, that's another one. Basically, the pin construction doesn't seem to be affecting the durability massively. However, if you are a real hard lander or you're going upside down on a regular basis, I'd probably look for a welded rim. However, back to the Crux rim. The Crux rim, price point $29.99. You cannot go wrong with that. And at the end of the day, I think it comes with a pretty cool, sleek design. The design of it, if you like, it's got that sort of aero style, which is popular. And like I say, it's got the graphic along the side, which I think is pretty nice. And 6061 alloy construction, you can't really go wrong. Like I say, for $29.99, really good budget rim. So that pretty much wraps it all up. This week's been Stranger. We'll try and figure out what we're going to do next week or something else. Maybe you can help us with that. Obviously, like the channel, subscribe, and comment what would you like to see. What other parts that we offer would you be interested in looking at? This is Mike signing off from Foundation. This is the Pengest Parts. One love.